So I was just scrolling on Tumblr on my phone and came across a YouTube tag challenge, because apparently it's 2012 again, and thought it would be an interesting opportunity to share, some new things that I don't think I've shared with you about my life. I miss tags, darn it. If you've ever tried drugs or alcohol, what was your reason for first time trying it? So I was a very good boy, and except for like a few religious practices like Passover where you have 4 cups of wine, I don't remember ever like having any touch of alcohol underaged. Except for, Manischewitz wine. So I celebrated my 21st birthday at my aunt's place up in San Francisco, and she happened to have a couple of her friends over, and they all decided to make me my first legal drink. Looking back on it, I don't know exactly what it was. It was kind of a surprise. It might have been like a gin and tonic. I don't know. All I remember was taking a sip of it and almost spitting it out, because it was highly carbonated. And this boy, who was not raised drinking soda, thank you mom, is not used to carbonation in the slightest, and it feels like a million tiny fire ants are all attacking my tongue, and I don't understand how people like that. But good luck convincing a bunch of these ladies that the reason that you are vomiting out your first legal drink is because of the bubbles. Good luck with that. That was a very long answer to a very short question. And I've never had an experience with drugs, and I'd like to keep it that way, thank you very much. Do you think you could ever have an abortion if you unexpectedly turned up pregnant right this second? If I became pregnant, I think I would have other issues to worry about. If you were far from home and needed to sleep for the night, would you choose to rent a crappy motel room for $60 or sleep in your car for free? Honestly, it does kind of depend on my current financial situation, because I generally travel very, very cheaply. And I have slept in some pretty sketchy motels in my life and been totally fine. I am curious about what it would be like to sleep in my car. I've seen other people do it in vlogs, and it seems genuinely fun. Granted, there are some side effects, I know, no AC or any of that, but it seems like it would be fun. I want to try it at least once. Is there a color shirt you'd never wear? Orange. I just, not for me. Also, this is as far as I read ahead in the tag before recording this, so we're gonna be experiencing these questions together. Is there a situation where you caved into peer pressure and regretted it? Honestly, not really that I can recall. I mean, there have definitely been times where I've been pushed socially into doing things that I normally would not have, but it's always been a very pleasant and positive experience after the fact. I've looked back on it and gone man, I am so glad that my friends pushed me to do that thing that I normally wouldn't do, so... No? What is your favorite video game console and why? Does a computer count? Because... Minecraft, basically. It's the only video game I, genuinely play. Do you like vanilla candles? Oh gosh. Candles were not designed to be sniffed that closely. Would you ever bleach your hair platinum blonde? I did flirt with the idea of dyeing my hair bright red back in 2016, but ultimately, nah, I liked its color. What are your plans for tomorrow? So, fun story. About a week ago, I was invited to this beach party by one of my friends, and while there, I talked to this person, once or maybe twice, and I kind of roughly got to know them, but not really, and then the other day I find out that she has added me as a friend on Facebook and invited me to her birthday party, which is coming up tomorrow. So I'm potentially going rock climbing. And since this is coming out after that happens, have some footage.
That's great.
Thank you guys. What did you have for breakfast? I eat life for breakfast. Ah, delicious. Who last slept in your bed besides you? Big creepy phrasing, but I'm pretty sure it was actually Ryan Beer, because I was gonna be gone for a week and he needed a place to crash for the week, so I was like, here, just... So... do with that information what you will. What time did you wake up today? 8:30. Incredibly dehydrated. How long until your next birthday? 3 months and I am ready! What was the last movie you watched? What was the last movie I watched? Pretty sure it was Avengers Endgame, which I do enjoy, but is vastly inferior to Infinity War. Fight me! If you could see any musician live, front row, who would it be? This question made me realize how boring my music taste is. So I'm really boring in that concerts aren't really a huge part of my life. In fact, I think the last one I went to was in 2014, a Pentatonix concert, which was absolutely fantastic. But the best concert I've ever been to is definitely a Weird Al that they actually had to cut short because of a thunderstorm. So I'd redo that. Give me Weird Al. Do you still talk to any of your exes? I've only really had one ex, I guess, and I put that in quotes because we only went on like 2 dates together and never like there was no chemistry at all. But the relationship really ended because she moved. No hard feelings though, like I wish her all the best. She was a cool person. It was just like, it just wasn't gonna work. She didn't care about the internet. Yeah, as of this minute, what is going through your mind? Blood? That's funny. Where's the last place you went? Starbucks, because the pumpkin spice latte is back. Have you held hands with anyone lately? Hey, can you hold my hand? Can you hold my hand? Thank you. Thank you. That counted. I held it for a second.
What is that about?
You don't need to worry about it. It's nothing. It's nothing. Has anyone let you down recently? Not really that I can think of, no. But this question does hit like pretty close to home for me. That's kind of her because I consider like myself to be the one that often like lets other people down. And there's probably some life lesson about like the fact that I can only think of my own flaws but can't think of anybody else's, and that's how everybody else feels about you, that they're all so focused on their own issues that they're not judging you for your mistakes. They have plenty of their own. But I haven't fully accepted it, honestly. What's the last song you heard? D-A-N-N-Y, he's a super awesome guy. What's the next movie that you want to see in theaters? As somebody that enjoyed The Last Jedi, fight me. It's The Rise of Skywalker. I am so ready. I'm not even like the biggest Star Wars fan because I didn't grow up with these movies, so this sequel trilogy coming out is kind of my personal Star Wars. And I know, but that's just kind of how I'm feeling about them. Do you have more than $50 in your room? I mean, in video equipment, yes. In like literal money, no. I just have this quarter that I use for adjusting this tripod. I could just go out and get a screwdriver, but a quarter is literally cheaper. Are both of your blood parents still in your life? Thank goodness, yes, and I love both of them deeply. And I'm slowly finding myself morphing into them more and more. Were you tired when you woke up this morning? Yeah? Is there anybody in the world that doesn't? Who is probably talking a load of crap about you right now? Probably my best friend, Andrew. Do you sometimes wake up in the morning, lay in bed, and think about life? Honestly, not really. That's definitely more of what I do at like late at night. In the morning, I'm just thinking like, oh, I have so much to do today. Time to escape into my phone and find some good news to start at the day. And then I hop on Reddit and check out the news section, which is the antithesis of finding good news to start out your day. Are you happy fall is coming soon? Yes, 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 I am so done with this heat. The era of pumpkin spice, cool weather, and jackets is almost here. You don't even know how much I love jackets, but can't wear them for half the year, and it sucks. Jackets and beanies. I'm ready. Do you have drama in your life? Not really. Not like at least my own personal drama. I know of other people's, but I hate conflict. Genuinely, it makes me incredibly uncomfortable, and so I try and stay away from it as much as possible. The only possible drama that I can possibly think of is like people that I used to have as friends that then have said things to me that make me so incredibly uncomfortable that I don't want to be like anywhere. I don't want that in my life, so I kind of have to cut them off. But that was like years and years and years ago. So that's the best I got. Boom! And that was, I don't actually know what the name of that tag was. It didn't really have a name. But I hope that was kind of interesting for you to learn a little bit more about me and for me to also explore myself a little bit more. I miss tags on YouTube. They were like, I feel like a lot of videos now are like someone doing something, which is super awesome, but like I want to get to know the person that is doing the thing. And I feel like tags are one of the best ways to get to know people because it's just like questions and answers. So let me know if you want me to do like more of these in the future, which I would not say no to. And speaking of the future, I will see you next week. And in the meantime, remember to stay positive and don't sniff candles that closely.